Hey, Strategic Marketing, I'm back. So we got another video for you. Objective 1.04, and this is talking about what is CRM. Now, first thing I want to do is tell you what CRM stands for, and that is Customer Relationship Management. You're going to hear a lot about CRM when you get into your career, when you get out there in the real world. It is talked about in every career, every industry. CRM is super, super important. So we're going to spend quite a bit of time on this. Make sure you get a really good understanding of what it is. So how do you define CRM? CRM is a company-wide business strategy designed to optimize profitability, revenue, and customer satisfaction by focusing on highly defined and precise customer groups. So basically, you're laser targeting your groups. You're going after certain people here. You need to know who your market is. You need to understand who your target market is in this situation. Okay? So that's how we define CRM, Customer Relationship Management. Next slide. Customer Relationship Management cycle. So how do things work? What kind of cycle are we looking at? So first thing, in the customer relationship management cycle, you have to identify customer relationships. In other words, what is your relationship between your company and your prime optimum customer? Second, you have to understand interactions with your customer base. So you have to understand where they're coming from and what their needs are. You have to capture customer data. That can be through computer, technology, whatever, surveys, doesn't matter, as long as you capture their data. You have to store and integrate customer data, so you'll definitely need computers for that. I don't think you want to do that by hand nowadays. Next thing you want to do is identify your best customer. So you're always going after your best customer, the person that really is going to get the most out of the product that you have to offer. And then you want to leverage your customer information. So when you do this entire process, that will tell you who your number one customer is, and that's who you should go after at all times. Next slide. How does a company identify customer relationships? Great question. Well, you have two different terms we need to understand here. One is customer-centric. It is customer-centric, C-E-N-T-R-I-C. Customer-centric means company customizes its product based on data generated from interacting with the customer. Okay? Then we have another term called learning. Now, I'm sure you understand what learning means, but it's a little different here in the marketing world. Learning is an informal process of collecting data through customer comments and feedback. So you're learning about what your customer thinks about your product, and that's really important in marketing. Next slide. Knowledge management, which goes along with the last slide we just did. Knowledge management, learned information from customers is centralized and shared in order to enhance the relationship between customers and the organization. Okay? And I've given you a chart down here that talks about different ways you can obtain your knowledge. So your collected information includes experiential observations, that's you observing your customer, comments from the customer, customer actions, did they bring your product back? Maybe they didn't like the product, who knows? And qualitative facts. So you have to take all this into mind when you're talking about customer relationship management. Next slide. Examples of intervention with the customer base. A couple of terms we need to know here. Number one is touch points. What is a touch point? A touch point is all possible areas where a customer communicates with the business. So if you're going to come in contact with that customer, that is a touch point. Okay? And then you have your point of sale. Communications with customers that occur at the point of sale. Your point of sale is normally the store where people come in to buy. And your last slide for today. Here's another chart that I created. This shows you your customer, and this shows you just a few different places where you could have points of sale. Number one, you could be on the internet or the web. your actual point of sale in the store. It could be a kiosk, you know, like Redbox. Redbox is a kiosk. That's a machine. You never see your customer, but you can collect a lot of data through that computer, that kiosk. Delivery and installation. If they're bringing something to your home, like a refrigerator, and they're going to install it for you, then that is a touch point for you and your customer. Surveys, another touch point. And last but not least, product registration. So all this ties into customer relationship management. Add all this information to your notebook and look for your next video coming up real soon. See ya.